What's going on, guys? This is Corey from DeadSec Airsoft, and today I'm going to be talking about how to prepare for an over 24-hour Milsim. Let's get into it.
Citizens of the digital age, welcome.
So guys, to be honest, I'm actually going to correct myself a little bit. This preparation can work for an 8-hour Milsim to a 36-hour Milsim. To be honest, it's going to be more tailored actually to a 24-hour Milsim or 36-hour Milsim. These are the two lengths of times for the Milsims in Blurgan Park, so I'm very familiar with them. An 8-hour Milsim, you probably would just have all of your kit that you run for a day's gaming, and you just have all that in a bag ready to go for an 8-hour one. An 8-hour Milsim may be run at your local site, and it would just pretty much be a skirmish that doesn't end. There's no scheduled breaks, and it's just pretty much a very long, enjoyable day skirmish. But compared to Blurgan Park, where they go on for say 27 hours to 36 hours, there's a lot more preparation needed for a Milsim event like that. Now, last week I spoke about using an airsoft sniper in airsoft, and I went from the cheapest to the most expensive way of improving yourself as an airsoft sniper. Now, I'm not going to keep that kind of video format for this one, as I'm probably going to be jumping from expensive to cheap and cheap to expensive, as there's a lot of kind of preparation and a lot of thinking needed to actually prepare, as I will be attending Blurgan Park. I think it's Operation Black Veil, which will be on the 31st of March to the 1st of April. So this video is actually going to be very informative to people who are preparing for that Milsim and myself. So let's get into the first pick. So guys, my first pick for preparing for a 24-hour plus Milsim event would definitely be to go onto the events page and see the kit you will need for the event. Now, they will recommend you all obviously have an AEG, a rifle, stuff like that, a rucksack, enough food, water and supplies to actually keep you alive for the 24 hours you will be playing. Now, Blurgan Park does have a kind of a sleeping kind of area where everyone sets up their tents. The whole site is in play, but that particular area is where you're allowed to sleep. You are allowed to fight from your tent, but to be honest, would not recommend that. I actually have a tent that has a load of holes in it, because if you know Simon the tank, he came along in the tank and then just started raining down on the tent, and I just have a broken tent now, so thanks Simon. So yeah, you definitely want to go onto their event page, see all the recommended kit they have. So I would definitely recommend you go onto the events page, find all the kit it recommends, and then do a spider diagram of the kit. So it may say something like a rucksack, so then you just write down a rucksack and then write down all the things you will have in a bag. So I have my ruck here. In a Milsim event, I will carry extra CO2, water, probably some part of an MRE. If you know about the British MREs, they come with a big kind of bag. I put, say, a meal, a snack and dessert, and some of the water kind of things, and then I think 2 of the heat mats I used to. Don't have any more of the heat mats, but it still kind of works, so then I keep all them in my food compartment. I'll carry probably 2 Thunder Bee shells for my 2 of my Thunder Bees. Just different things that are going to keep me in my go bag. So I would definitely recommend you get yourself some form of go bag that you can literally, if you say your FOB is under attack, you can just sling that over your back, get it on, and then get going. Just kind of, it's a small bag that should only really sustain you for about 8 hours at a time until you can actually get back to your main FOB. So yeah, as I said, definitely recommend you do a spider diagram and kind of split all of the different categories down and write down exactly what's going to be in that bag, so then you can check it off the days coming up to the event. So guys, definitely my second pick, if you do have a lot of cash in your wallet, definitely invest in a form of night vision goggles. This is my M14, it's a Gen 2 Plus. Pretty good. I have all the curtains closed over. You probably can't see me, but I can see the camera pretty clearly. this sent me back to about, I think it was €1,100, and it was a very big investment, but it is definitely a very good investment. Alright guys, I'm back. I have the night vision off and the curtains back up. So, to be honest, a lot of people don't have night vision, and it is kind of an oxymoron the way I'm explaining it, because the more people that buy night vision, the more people that are going to have it, and the less beneficial it's going to be to you. Now, no matter what, night vision will be beneficial in the dark or in the night kind of environments of Ballurgan, but the fact that so little people have night vision and you're the only one that has it, you have so much of an edge on people if you have night vision. If you are going to, say, stay up for a majority of the night throughout the early hours of the morning, around, I'd say, 12 to 5 o'clock in the morning, that's when a lot of people start trying to do FOB raids and all, and say out of 50 people, you're the only one that has night vision. Like, that's it. Like, you have won the firefight. You can just sit there in the middle of a field, just sitting there with the night vision down. They're all running around. You just start picking them off. It's the best feeling. It is just such an immersive feeling to have night vision and no one else being able to see you and you can see them. So definitely my second pick would to be invest yourself in a pair of night vision goggles if you can. Now, I wouldn't recommend getting a Gen 1 monocular night vision. I definitely recommend you try invest and save the money for a Gen 2 Plus. They just are so much better, and they are that kind of, it's almost like the Plus is literally, we can't give you Gen 3 night vision as it's not legal to actually give it to civilians, but here's Gen 2 Plus, which is literally on that line. So yeah, definitely invest in a pair of night vision goggles. So definitely my third pick for preparing for a 24-hour Milsim event would definitely buy a next level weight of BB. If you use 0.20, buy 0.25. If you buy 0.25, buy 0.28. These are my 0.28 BBs. I have them in a Coke bottle, as I had to just take another bottle and just put them into these. It was a lot smaller than the bottle I bought them in. And actually, to be honest, I actually believe I bought them in a bag, so I had to put them into a bottle because it's much easier to pour into a speed loader. Just if you don't use 0.28s and you only use 0.25s, having that extra range when you turn up your hop up, it just makes you feel a lot better and you feel a lot more powerful if you aren't used to having that distance and now you have it. So yeah, definitely buying a heavier weight BB would definitely help you in longer range engagements. My fourth pick for preparing for a 24-hour plus Milsim event would tailor your kit to be as comfortable and light as possible. Now, I'm not talking about literally having no kit on at all. Make sure your kit has no rubbable points or anything that can get snagged, and you can literally put it on and it doesn't feel like it's there at all. I would never ever recommend you ever get big belts like this, which I'm going to show you now. So guys, you probably do recommend this belt from the first Shooter CB Gear unboxing. This is not a bad belt, I will say that. It has no problems at all. It's just fairly big for the use I'm using for it now. I would definitely use this as just a low bearing belt if I just wanted to wear a belt and nothing else. This does not work if you have some form of plate carrier, and this is just too much material, too much weight, and it just doesn't feel comfortable. If you're going to be playing in a forest kind of environment, I definitely would never recommend you buy one of these. It's just too big and it's just not comfortable around your waist. In due time, I will be getting another belt. I will be doing another order from Shooter CB Gear. It will be coming here, I'd say in the next 3 weeks. I'm not too sure when I will be ordering it. It's probably about a week or 2 weeks of waiting time when you order something from Shooter CB Gear, so you'll have to wait for that. But if you are going to buy a belt, I definitely recommend you buy the MRB belts. It's almost like a Velcro belt you put into your trouser, in the belt line of your trousers, and then it's an actual tack belt similar to this, but it has the Velcro on the inside and it just goes in and it sits lovely and it doesn't move. So I definitely recommend you get a very kind of small belt if you are going to be running a belt on a Milsim event. Now, moving on to a pretty good example of a kit that is very light and very comfortable and has everything I need on it. This is my AOR2 Recon or kind of Milsim kit. You probably have seen this in a few videos or different kind of pictures or scenarios. So I'll just go through this just quickly. On my left side, where I normally shoulder my gun, I just have a piece of tape, or where I hang my gloves when I'm not wearing them. Pretty good if you're just looking for a bit of tape. They're great if something breaks in your gun, just tape it up till you get back to your FOB. On the left side, I just have a pistol mag pouch where I'll probably just keep chem lights or glow sticks or just small pieces of kit like speed loaders and mags and such. A big kind of utility pouch here. I'll normally carry like a multi-tool or a compass, something navigational there. My fast mag pouch, this is just a tackle pouch which I can just rip the mag out and get it in really quickly to my gun. On the right side of this, I just have an OD radio pouch where I'll keep a Thunder bead just right in front of me, out and thrown. The other utility pouch, I'll normally probably, sometimes if I wasn't using this, I carry another grenade here or the Alpha Tech. On the right side, I'll carry my radio, my Bofang UV54 with its now extended area, which I'll show you in some time. So on the right side, I'll run my PTT, where my comm system will go in here, and then the radio will connect into the wire here. For looks, I just have my cat tourniquet on the side. This will normally be bungeed on to the stock of my gun here, so when I'm cheeked in, I'll have it here, and if I'm dead, I'll just lie on the ground and just, you know, there you go, there's the tourniquet, and then people can get me back in the game. Then there's just 4 integrated mag pouches, so you can carry 4 here. I have 1 magazine here, and then I will carry 1 on my belt line, on my first line, just so I can easily get that out also, and then 1 on my gun. So I'll carry 7 mags on a Milsim event. To be honest, this is so light, there's probably a bit of weight in it now because I have a bit of kit on it. Well, I'd never feel this when I'm playing out in Blurkin. So we're going to move on to my final pick of things you should get or how to prepare for a 24-hour Milsim event. Right guys, look, we all enjoy, if you are into the airsoft kind of Milsim scheme or that kind of universe, you will find that we all love the Milsim, we always love the immersion, and sometimes you can get really caught up in it and you can get really tired, and when you want to sleep, you want to be able to sleep very well and very comfortably because you want to really recharge your batteries and your energy really efficiently. So I would definitely recommend you get a very comfortable sleeping unit or kind of setup in your tent. So I actually have stayed in a tent, in a 4-man tent with 3 other people. That didn't work for me. There was too much gear and there was too much kind of clutter. We then had kind of like a canopy piece in the middle of 2 tents. We had one tent here, and then a canopy in the middle. We had all of our gear in the middle of the canopy outdoors. That still didn't work, so I definitely recommend you get yourself a very kind of small pop-up tent that doesn't let any sort of rain in, where you're on a slant where the rain will run off and you won't get wet. So yeah, I would definitely recommend you just get a tent on your own, as you'll get a much better sleep because you will need it. It's not a blow-up mattress, it's almost like a ground mat that you just put a small bit of air into and it just gives it a bit of cushion. I run that across the ground. I'll then have my sleeping bag and then a pillow. Now, to be honest, you probably won't need a pillow. I actually just do need a pillow when I'm sleeping. I can't sleep on any of the jackets, it just doesn't work for me. I don't bring like a big kind of really luxurious pillow. I just bring just something that has some form of cushioning that I just believe there's a pillow there, because it's more just of a subconscious kind of thing of thinking I can't sleep, I don't have a pillow at the back of my head. So definitely the most recommended thing I actually can tell you to get out of all those pieces I did recommend about sleeping setup, it would definitely be to get a good sleeping bag, a thermal one. Lads, there's nothing worse than being cold at an event when you're outdoors. You just won't sleep properly and you'll just keep waking up and waking up. If you're warm and you're boiling and if you're cold outside, you just completely sleep through the night, and that's exactly what you want if you have been doing night raids like I do myself. I'll probably go out with the night vision, I'll do a night raid, I'll do loads of stuff at night. As I did say, not everyone runs night vision, so you will be the most effective you've ever been if you do run night vision and no one else is at night time. So after I do that, I'll probably run around for about 4 or 5 hours, go into my tent, and I'll have a very comfortable sleeping setup that I won't wake up, and I'll be fully recharged, ready to go. I'll jump out of that tent, I'll get whatever food I have for the next morning, and I'll just play to the event finishes. So guys, as I said, really hope you enjoyed the video. More videos coming soon about my night vision setup, which is up here, and the Shooter CP gear unboxing, which I did say will be coming in about 3 weeks. So hope you enjoyed the video guys, and as always, talk to you later.
DedSec will give you the truth. Do what you will.